Lo-Fi Nation. How I've missed you. Welcome back.
We are
Lofi Poli Sci. Welcome everyone to the Lofi Poli Sci podcast. I'm your host, Michael Pickering. That's right. Lo-Fi's and low fidelity, low quality, in your face, messy as can be global news show. Here we got that famous question for you. What's going on in the world today? And today, it's Messy Monday, that fast-paced weekend recap coming at you. A few things we missed from the past week, though. Peru had a presidential election. Someone won, but they haven't won. Yet. Geez, what I'd give for a presidential election that just goes smoothly, you heard? Israel has a new prime minister for the first time in 12 years. 12 years! Could you imagine if we had a president for 12 years? Oh, let's not even go there. Armenia, election. France, election. Elections everywhere. And Iran? Well, the nuclear talks are proceeding. And what that means? Well, who knows? But we'll update you when we find out more. Now, let's really hit it with that fresh news off that press. From that Reuters Africa section, Ethiopians to vote, and what government bills as first free election. Oh, and by now I bet you're thinking this is a special edition Election Monday episode. But we've been talking about things in Ethiopia for a while. The Tigray conflict, famine, genocide, Eritrean troops being in the country for goodness knows what reason. And now, in the midst of all of that, the Prime Minister says, hey, let's have that election we've been waiting for over a year to do. And of course, it will be a democratic and free election. Because who in the world doesn't have those, right? Next up, source, the world of the Associated Press. Myanmar rejects UN resolution urging arms embargo. That's right, Myanmar's military junta is still slamming down pro-democracy protesters, battling with freedom fighters that they label insurgents. And now, they're pushing back against the United Nations resolution that would implement an arms embargo on the country due to the military taking over democracy. And of course, the military government doesn't like that idea, that you'll take away their flow of guns into the country. Oh no. Well, we'll keep you updated as we know more for sure, Lo-Fi listeners. Now, moving forward because we never move on from anything. Source, the Middle East section of the BBC. Iran election. Hardliner Raisi will become president. Oh, that's right, in case you forgot, Iran had presidential elections this week, too. And the winner? Mr. Ibrahim Raisi. He won with 62% of the vote. Pretty decent, and not overtly looking like it was a rigged election. But what was voter turnout rate, I bet you're wondering? In a countrywide presidential election? A 5 count for you to guess. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the Iranian presidential voter turnout rate was 48.8% turnout for a presidential election. What? Which means, if you do the math, which you all know we here at Lofi Poli Sci love us some math, it means that Mr. Raisi won the presidency of Iran with only 29.76% of the voting population actually voting for him. Now let me ask you, do you miss election news yet? Oh, and our following story coming from that Americas section of Reuters. Chile says assembly to draft new constitution will start work on July 4th. And here's a country who says, elections, what? Oh, please. We're just going to make a whole new constitution and with it draw up new plans of what elections should really look like. This is super exciting. Chile is literally building their democracy from the ground up. They're completely starting over with a new constitution. There's 155 people that will work on the constitution, and once it's done, they'll put it up for a national referendum, a vote to the people. And the people of Chile will decide what democracy is going to look like in the country. We'll be watching, Chile, hoping to learn a thing or two. And a last piece of news to send you on your way for the day, NPR's Europe section. Metal fans mosh at the UK's first full live music festival since the pandemic hit. What? Excuse me? What are we talking about here? Are we talking about the Download Heavy Metal Festival in the UK, where 10,000 people are going to go crazy for 3 days listening to music? Well, yes. That's exactly what we're talking about here, because you see, the UK said, it ain't messy enough right now in the world. Let's put these vaccines to the test with heavy metalers. Because why not? Musical groups like Frank Carter and the Rattlesnakes, Creeper, and Bullet for My Valentine will all be making appearances. Man, 10,000 people? Whew. We'll definitely let you know how this turns out. And that's a brief snapshot of what's going on in the world today. Issue 7 of Letters of the Lofi Poli Sci came out Saturday. Get at me to be added to the emailing list. This week's theme, a special Dear Diary issue featuring some amazing writers. And hey, in case you forgot something else out there this week, always remember that Lofi Poli Sci is more than just me. It's the we that we be. Peace and well-being to all my human beings out there. Much love and always the best. Pickering, signing off.